Hello and welcome. I'm Becky Norton, a board member with the Spirit of 76 Museum in Wellington, and I'm here with Jenny Arntz, who is Director of Main Street, Wellington. We thought we would spend a little bit of time introducing you to some of our veterans that we have here in Wellington. We by far have so many we couldn't name them all, but one prominent figure that we do want to talk to you about is Colonel James Macdermott, who was a Wellington resident, and during the time of World War I, he was the highest ranking officer from Wellington, and I also believe Lorain County. He was on General Pershing's staff from 1918 to 1919, which was quite an accomplishment because, of course, Pershing was in charge of the armies during World War I, and he chose wisely when he wanted people on his staff. And we are very honored that Colonel Macdermott was one of those people. He was in command of the 329th Infantry Regiment, and as I said, he was on Pershing's staff for a year. Macdermott was chosen by General Pershing to be on a committee of 12 men that helped to start the American Legion after the World War I was over. And so these men met in Paris, met with the general, decided what it was that he wanted them to do, and then they came back to the United States to start going throughout the country to get the American Legion started. So Colonel Macdermott then went to Columbus, met again with these 12 men, and tried to get the state of Ohio's American Legion started. When he was done in the Army, he stayed in Wellington. He was married to Adele Hannah, and they did have a son. He was very community-minded and was the spearhead of many, many projects here in Wellington and in the county. And he was a staunch Republican. I know there's been a lot of friction between the two parties lately, but he was a Republican and was on the Republican committee for Lorain County at one time. I mentioned his son Richard Macdermott because he was also in the Army, but he was in World War II, and he had quite a military career. He was wounded twice during World War II, and he received, oh my goodness, he received the Purple Heart with oak leaf clusters, he received the Bronze Star, and the French Croix de Guerre. So he was quite a gentleman also. He was in the National Guard and served as a captain till 1953. He also was very community-minded here in Wellington, and he did a lot for the Boy Scouts. So Colonel Macdermott was born in 1887. He died in 1969 at the age of 81, and his son, Richard Macdermott, was born in 1919, which I think is interesting because it was while his father was still involved with getting the American Legion set up, and he died in 1978. We have many, many service people from Wellington, but these are two that we are particularly proud of. And if you look at our display, Jenny will pan in for you to see a little bit of what we have. These are Colonel Macdermott's things, his actual possessions. I don't know if you can see in the back of our tent, but you can see Colonel Macdermott's field desk. We have his saddle. He was quite an equestrian. His boots that he wore. We have his helmet, and we have his sidearm here. We're very, very fortunate that the Macdermott family donated these things to the museum, and we're very, very proud to have them. Thank you for watching.